Okay, so my name is Zareen Barda. I'm doing this class in partnership with Mary. So I am sure a lot of you have known Mary through her health and wellness advocacy. So definitely thank you, Mary, for inviting all of these participants to join us today. A bit about myself is I'm a mother of three. I am the founder of a company called Healing Oilistic with the intention to basically serve others and educate others about healing through essential oils and learning how to use essential oils in your life and how to integrate it into your lifestyle. So this class will be catered towards yoga instructors. So I have also been a yoga instructor for about 11 or 12 years now, um, where I did my RYT in the US before I had moved, a couple years before I had moved to India. And I am also a continuing education provider for Yoga Alliance. So one of my biggest things is to basically guide people to learn about their passions through essential oils as well as through natural alternatives. So my biggest belief is that there's a time and place for modern medicine. We should always explore nature's solutions before synthetic, where our body has always been designed to heal itself when it's given the right tools, whether that be from yoga, whether that be from essential oils or any other natural alternatives. And that's where when we learn better, we do better and we know better. So there's typically two paths where I'm sure a lot of you are on the rightmost path, where there's the path where people are driven using synthetic products, where it creates a sense of fear, dependency, and hopelessness. And as a lot of you are also yoga instructors and yoga practitioners, this is where you are guiding people towards the right path where nature is there. Your body is able to nourish itself with the needs and with nature. You're able to create an environment of hope, love, and gratitude. And one of my favorite quotations by William Osler is, "The person who takes medicine must recover twice, once from the disease and once from the medicine." And that's kind of where we'll go into that a little bit more in detail later on, but it's so true. So I wanted to ask you, what do you already know about doTERRA? So in the chat window, if you guys can maybe just raise your hand if you've ever heard of doTERRA essential oils or if you have heard of that company before. So one of the things with doTERRA is it is the largest company of essential oils in the world, where it has nearly a 75% retention rate and close to 7 million different members. So they're basically like the Apple or the Google of the health world, where doTERRA is recognized for their continuous efforts as a company that sources globally. It works with local farmers for harvesting the oils, as well as it has amazing benefits that are created through its Healing Hands Foundation, where it helps a lot of impoverished third world countries. And it also has a website called Source to You. So we'll go into that a little bit more in detail as well. So kind of the reason why we're talking about this is to give you a little bit more background knowledge as to why you want to choose this brand and why you want to be educating yourself about essential oils and choosing and creating a brand that you trust. So with doTERRA, they have Source to You. So this is where so many companies are selling essential oils. However, a lot of essential oils that are being sold on the market have added fillers to them where they shouldn't be taken internally or they shouldn't be ingested. And that's where when you look at your essential oil bottle, so if you have an essential oil bottle at home or you've used essential oils before, go and take a look at the ingredients that are on the bottle. Go and see, is there any backing that says, okay, we know what is going into these bottles? Is there anything that creates it to be a trusted brand? Where with doTERRA Source to You, doTERRA recognizes that there isn't an agency or there isn't a governing body that says, okay, essential oils have to meet these requirements. Because in order for any company to mark on their bottle saying that they're 100% pure, they only actually have to have 5% of the actual essential oil in their product to be marking it as 100% pure. And that's scary. That's something that we all need to take acknowledgement of and make sure that when we do look at whether it's our food, read the ingredients, read the labels, be investing in your own healthcare and making sure that you educate yourself on all of these things to know that you are ingesting, you are applying, you are breathing in something that actually is pure. So with doTERRA, there is the website. So take a screenshot of this or write this website down, the source2u.com website. What you'll see here on the bottom of every bottle, it has a number on the bottom of it. That's where you can actually go to this website and you can see what doTERRA's testing has been done, what third-party testing they have been done as well on each of their bottles. So each of these go through rigorous testing where it's either between 11 to 50 different tests that are done on each batch of essential oil. And that's where no other company has that level of transparency. And that's something where doTERRA wants to share and educate their users about the quality testing and sourcing that they do with their oils. So another part that I believe that doTERRA is also a great company about is because doTERRA uses a global network. So it doesn't actually own any of the farms that they're sourcing these essential oils from. They are using co-impact sourcing. So they provide the farms guidelines and regulations that they need to follow in order to make sure that they are extracting these essential oils in a sustainable way, as well as providing the farmers with ways that they can sustain their own livelihood and providing them with that ability and providing them with that economy to do so. So that's kind of where, with essential oils, you're able to see that they're sourced from all over the world. One example that I want to give you here is peppermint oil. Everyone might think, okay, well, peppermint oil should be coming from India because it's so popular here, it's grown here, it's native to this region. However, doTERRA doesn't source peppermint oil from India. doTERRA sources lemongrass, cassia, a few other oils from India, but peppermint oil, they source it from Washington State in the US. And that's because the therapeutic properties of the peppermint oil from Washington State are much higher than the therapeutic properties of it when it's grown in other places of the world. And that's where doTERRA is a company that it's not going to cut corners. It's going to basically be there to support the end user to make sure that you are using something that is therapeutically beneficial to yourself. So with doTERRA and with the world, I know a lot of you have seen that change is coming. This is where a lot of people are becoming more educated. They're becoming more aware of what is being ingested in their bodies, what is being taken into their bodies, what is being injected into their bodies. And this is where 95% of all diseases we face are preventable through lifestyle. And I know with a lot of the yoga practitioners that we have on the call today, there are so many different yoga poses that you can do to help alleviate certain ailments that you can use to do on a daily basis or to basically heal yourself and strengthen yourself from the inside out. And that's where using essential oils in conjunction with that is so powerful. So if it was simple, what would it look like to live a long and healthy life? So doTERRA has their wellness lifestyle pyramid, where at the very bottom, eating right, what you ingest into your body is so important. The second thing, exercise, yoga, meditation, walking, movement, moving your body on a daily basis, rest and managing stress, reducing toxic load. And toxic load can also be environmental toxins. So I know with living in India, you're exposed to so many environmental toxins, whether you like it or not. Depending on where you live, you are exposed to the pollutions, the exhausts, the gas fumes that are coming out. And these are things that you can use essential oils to kind of help clear the air, diffuse that in your homes and in your environments to make sure that you are breathing in air that is oxygenated, that is optimal for you and for your body. And then there's the proactive section where you have your informed healthcare, where you're also having your informed self-care, where you're educating yourself about these changes and making proactive choices for medical care. So that's where we're here to not only support you with just essential oils, but supporting you in whole. So as a whole person and as a complete lifestyle. And that's where this should be taken as a transition. It shouldn't be something that you just do today or tomorrow. It should be something that you're investing in your life and in your lifestyle to be taking over a period of time. So on to the education portion of the class. So essential oils made easy. So what we're going to talk to you about is 3 cool things about the essential oils, 3 ways to use the essential oils, how you can use these essential oils in your yoga practice, and how to get them in your home. So 3 things about essential oils. The first thing is that they're 100% natural and safe. So with doTERRA's oils, there's nothing added, nothing taken away. They're 100% pure with no addictions and no side effects. And this is where you can share them with infants all the way to your grandparents, where essential oils generally metabolize within 30 minutes in your body, so they don't work the same way as isolated pharmaceutical drugs. And that's where their effectiveness is so much more. So with essential oils, with a regular, if you have like a cough or a cold, or if you have a bacterial infection, you would go to the doctor. The doctor will then prescribe you antibiotics. With antibiotics, you're basically, a lot of them are water-based. So they're not actually penetrating into your cell membrane and helping you. They're not benefiting you. Whereas essential oils, since they're oil-based, they're actually able to penetrate inside the cell membrane and work your and heal your body from the inside out. And that's where it's so much more beneficial, where you're using something that's natural. It's not going to have those side effects to it. So it's not going to be killing the gut microbiome that's inside your stomach and your gut lining. Whereas the antibiotics, you're going to take your course of antibiotics. If you stop halfway through your course, you're going to be building up antibiotic resistance. And then you're going to be having to take another course of it. Then in addition to once you're done taking your course, a lot of doctors are now prescribing probiotics and prebiotics to basically help restore that gut bacteria and that good gut microbiome that's there, where your antibiotics are killing both the bad, but they're also killing the good. And that's kind of where essential oils, you're able to use that to support your body, to support your immune system, to support your healthcare, and also promote that healthy immune function without those side effects. And that's where it's so important, where it's so effective, where if you look at 1 drop of peppermint oil, so 1 drop of doTERRA's peppermint oil is equivalent to drinking 28 cups of peppermint tea. And that's where it's so potent, where when you're adding peppermint into your tea or into your water, sometimes 1 drop might even be too much for you. So maybe take a toothpick in, dip a toothpick in, and then just swirl it in your water so that you're still getting the added benefit of peppermint essential oil, but it's not as much for you. And that's kind of where the potency is so different. When you compare it to some of the other brands, you want to make sure, again, you're looking at the ingredients that are listed on there. Do your research as well. Don't just take what I'm telling you to heart. Do your own research as well and find out which brand you want to support and which brand you believe in and use, because this is an investment that you're going to be taking for your health, your future, as well as when you share these experiences with others, you're going to be helping to guide other people make the right choices. So the other thing is affordability. When you look at a whole bottle of an essential oil, you might say, oh, that costs a lot. But when you actually look at it drop by drop, you're looking at it where it is pennies. When you're looking at the investment that you're making, what are you helping? You're helping yourself. You're helping your own immunity. You're helping support your lifestyle, where you're not going to have to take time off work. You're able to have these resources at hand, where an example is one of my new essential oil users a few months back. I had taught this class and I told her, if you have a ear infection, basically take 2 drops of lavender oil, 2 drops of tea tree oil, and rub it behind your ears. It will automatically help take away and alleviate that pain. And she did that on her daughter. Her daughter had an earache a week later, 2 weeks later. And she did that and she was astounded. She was like, within 4 minutes, she was able to get relief from that and basically take away using lavender and tea tree oil. So it's either called Melaleuca, is also tea tree oil. So lavender and tea tree oil, just a couple drops of that. And that basically works out to be 64 rupees. When you work it out drop by drop, just having that investment in your life saved her from going to the doctor, saved her daughter's gut microbiome, saved her from having to take time off work, go take her to the doctor and follow up and do all of that. Whereas she has these tools at home to basically be doing them in the comfort of her own home. So that's something where using essential oils, it goes above and beyond just using them in your yoga practice. You can use them in your life and in your home as well. So with doTERRA oils, you'll notice that each of the bottles on them, it has that CPTG logo and that writing on it, where it is certified pure therapeutic grade. And that's something that you want to look for, where when you are using essential oils, you want to make sure that they are free of contaminants and pesticides, that they are subjected to that testing to ensure that it is pure and potent. So that's where these are just some of the tests that doTERRA runs that you would be able to see in that Source to You website for being able to see what the different quality testing is and what the values are for each batch of oil. So each batch of oil, again, on the bottom of the bottle, it'll list a number. That's what you would enter into the Source to You to be able to see what the quality testing is done for those. So 3 ways to use the essential oils. And this is where, again, in your yoga practice, as we're kind of going over each of these, I want each of you to think about how you might be able to use them in your yoga practice, in your yoga studio, with your customers, with your clients, and with yourself. So aromatically. So when we think of aromatics, we think of typically diffusing an essential oil. And this is where you don't have to invest in a diffuser. If you run a studio, it's always nice to have a diffuser because it not only affects your mood, it affects everyone around you, anyone that's breathing in the air in that space, where essential oils, adding it to a diffuser can positively affect the mood. It can help clean the air. Eucalyptus is an oil that has actually been proven with research backing it that it can actually oxygenate the air, so it can help bring in fresh oxygen. It can also support the respiratory system. And a couple other ways that you can also use essential oils aromatically is you can add a drop into the palm of your hand, rub the palm of your hands together, and hold that essential oil and that aroma in front of your nose and your mouth, and take maybe 5 inhales and exhales, and take that in, breathe it deeply. I recommend keeping it a little bit away from your eyes because, again, the essential oils are potent, that you do want to make sure that you don't get it in your eyes, as well as it can make your eyes water a little bit. So that's kind of where you'll want to make sure you cup it over your nose and your mouth and inhale and exhale. And this is great, where we'll talk again a little bit later about how you can integrate that practice into your meditation, into your guidance, setting an intention for the day when you wake up. This is how you can kind of use these essential oils to integrate that into your lifestyle. The next way, the second way, is topical. So topical is basically adding a drop of essential oil, diluting it with a carrier oil. I highly recommend fractionated coconut oil, and rubbing that onto your skin. Or if you're looking to do like a detox or a liver cleanse, rubbing an essential oil that is promoting for cleansing, rubbing that with a carrier oil over top of your liver. So targeting specific areas. If you have aches or pains or joint issues, there are specific oils that you can use topically. So rubbing them over top of the knee, over top of the elbows, across the arms. If you're wanting to have essential oils to support your breathing and your airways and your opening, you can rub it over top of your chest. Another great way for topical use is, since these oils are therapeutic grade, a lot of them have a medicinally smell, I guess. So sometimes people don't like those smells. So another way to put them on is the bottom of your feet. The bottom of your feet is a great way to have it on. So that way you're not overpowered by the smell of it, but you're getting the best benefit, because the bottoms of your feet, your feet have the largest pores, so it absorbs in so much faster into your feet, and it's able to basically affect everything throughout your body. And that's where for younger children, as well as for infants, we typically recommend bottoms of the feet and back of the spine, where they're able to kind of get that benefit from there. The next way, the last way, is internal use, where doTERRA actually recommends internal usage of their essential oils because they are proven therapeutic grade essential oils. They are known to have the benefits, as well as they're tested for their quality and purity. So different ways to take them internally. You can add them into your water. So if you have a glass of water, you can add a drop of a citrus oil to kind of help cleanse, detox. And when you are adding them into your water or into your food, make sure you are using glass, stainless steel, ceramic, something that won't allow the essential oils to leach out. So that's where when you're storing essential oils, when you're using essential oils, when you're drinking essential oils, you want to make sure that it is in a glass bottle. So that way, if it is in a plastic one, avoid using essential oils because the essential oils will actually leach the plastic out of the plastic bottle. And that's something that when you're using something to nourish yourself and nourish your body, you don't want to oppose that effect by using a plastic bottle and getting the toxic benefits from that or the toxic harms from that. The next way is veggie capsules. So doTERRA also has veggie capsules if you're looking to do a detox or a cleanse. One of the greatest oils that we have is Zendocrine. I personally don't like the taste of Zendocrine. Some people love it, but this is where I'll just put in 3 or 4 drops into a veggie capsule that you can open up. You can kind of customize your essential oils and do that, where you can put in a couple drops of that Zendocrine. You can put in a couple drops of Slim and Sassy. You can put in a couple drops of copaiba or frankincense, and then close that capsule, swallow that, and then it'll automatically dissolve into your stomach and into your intestines to basically get the benefits of it that way. Another great one is basically directly applying the essential oil either over your tongue or under your tongue. Frankincense is a great one. One of the other ones that I like to do either throughout like a yoga practice or at the beginning of a class is put a drop of essential oil in each person's hand. They can then take their thumb in it and rub that on the roof of their mouth. And that way it kind of helps open their airways, get them set. They're able to use that internal benefit of the essential oil and start their practice that way. So that kind of covers the education portion of it. We're going to move on to doTERRA's specific essential oils that are there for yoga practice. So with the collection, doTERRA actually has a yoga collection specifically for yoga instructors, yoga practitioners, and anyone that is looking to basically anchor their practice, align their practice. And this is where it has 3 5 ml bottles. It is Arise, Anchor, and Align. So I love to use, this is kind of how I use them, is I'll use Anchor first, Align, and then Arise. So Anchor kind of just welcomes you home to yourself. It helps you get started. It helps you get grounded. And Anchor has lavender, cedarwood, sandalwood, cinnamon, frankincense, black pepper, and patchouli, along with fractionated coconut oil in it. So that way you can basically directly apply it to the palm of your hand, take a few inhales, exhales, breathe that in, and then whatever is remaining, you can massage it into the back of your neck, on your temples, onto your chest. And that's where Anchor is great to kind of start your practice. They call that the steadying blend. The second one that I do is Align. This is the centering blend. This kind of helps clear your path for centering. And this inspires trust in yourself, allows you to kind of stay open throughout class, brings self-acceptance, trust, harmony, calm, progress, and fluidity. And Align is a blend of bergamot, coriander, marjoram, peppermint, jasmine, and rose essential oils. And that's where doTERRA is the king of blends. You won't find another essential oil company that is able to blend and provide such beautiful aromatics and therapeutic benefits of oils as doTERRA does. And that's where yes, they have specific individual blends or specific individual essential oils that you can use by themselves, but I definitely recommend trying some of their blends because they are absolutely beautiful. The last one is Arise. So this is kind of where at the end of your practice, either in Shavasana, you can either go around and do this as a massage for people on their neck, on the back of their shoulders, on the bottom of their feet. This is a blend that basically will brighten any day, any moment, and help you kind of continue to progress throughout the day and be able to also kind of enlighten you throughout the day and give you that imagination. So you can also, I like to use this during Shavasana. However, you can also use this when you're getting ready to kind of be seated and quiet for your meditation, and kind of beyond the meditation. So that's where Arise is also known as the enlightening blend. And that is a blend of grapefruit, lemon, osmanthus, melissa, and Siberian fir with a base of fractionated coconut oil. So what I'll do is I'll also send each of you a follow-up email with how you can get these oils, as well as some of the topics that we've talked about. So if any of you have any particular questions about it, definitely reach out to myself or Mary at the end of this class. I'll have my contact information. I'm sure all of you already have Mary's contact information, and we can see that there. So Mary, if you wanted to put your contact information in the chat box as well, that way anyone can kind of copy and paste it and keep that for future reference if they needed to get in touch with you as well. So essential oils for meditation, some of my favorite ones. We kind of went over the 3 yoga blends, which was the Arise, Align, and Anchor. Balance. This is one of my favorite ones that I love to use for meditation. And I actually do this as an after shower spray, where I'll do like a body mist in a glass spray bottle with Balance essential oil, which is a grounding blend. And it just kind of helps calm me and keep me grounded for the whole day to come. And that's where you can use them as you see fit. There's so many DIY options that you have, or you can just use them as they are. So the grounding blend Balance, it has spruce leaf, hoe wood, frankincense, blue tansy, blue chamomile, and fractionated coconut oil. And Balance is a very neutral blend. It is not gender specific, whereas some of the other ones like Whisper is probably more for women and it kind of works with women's hormones, whereas Balance is perfect. Men and women together can kind of use this. There's also natural deodorants that doTERRA has, which has Balance essential oil in it. So it's perfect to kind of use to kind of ground you and center you. And that's where, when we go through this table here, you're able to see, depending on what your intention is. So how each person does their yoga practice or their yoga classes differently. What I like to do is, usually as people enter into a yoga class, there is an aroma that's being diffused. Then I like to have essential oils that are set out. So depending on what each person's intention is for that day, I usually ask them to set an intention or let me know what word they might be drawn to that day. So for example, stability, vitality, harmony, depending on what their word is for that day or for what their intention is for that practice, I would then recommend an essential oil for them to either place a drop of into their palm and then use that as we center and ground ourselves by doing 5 inhales and exhales to start our meditation practice and start our intention, or you can do it at the end through Shavasana. So that's kind of where there are so many different essential oils that can be used in your practice and throughout your practice, as well as throughout your day afterwards. So another kind of set for an essential oil class is when people come into your class, what you can do is you can have cypress oil along with fractionated coconut oil into a 30 ml bottle, where each person can kind of take a little couple drops out of that where it's pre-diluted and ready for them to use. They can massage that into their arms and legs before class, and that just gives them that energizing boost. Then during class, you can diffuse Balance. And that's kind of where it can help everyone grounded and focused. And then at the end of class, You can either do aroma touch through Shavasana for others, as well as if you're preparing for another class immediately afterwards, you can use aroma touch topically. So either on your hands, on your temples, on the back of your neck, on the bottom of your feet. That's where it's amazing for that. And aroma touch is one of my favorite ones, where I'll tell you what it has. And that's actually a massage blend. So this is great where even if you are going for massage therapy, aroma touch is great where it has the cypress, it has peppermint, marjoram, basil, grapefruit, and lavender in it. So it kind of has all of those oils that we had talked about a little bit earlier for centering and meditation. It has all of them created into one beautiful blend. And that's a great one to basically be using topically. That's one that I use topically regularly for myself as well as for my kids. It's a great blend to have for sure. The next thing is chakras and essential oils. So I don't know how many of you as yoga practitioners also help your clients as well as your patients to kind of understand their chakras and finding grounding through meditation, chakras, stones, as well as essential oils. So we have the image here that's there. One of the things that we'll kind of start at the crown and go all the way down to the root. So with the crown, you'll see that I have listed some of the different essential oils. I'm actually going to talk about a little bit different ones, which might already have some of these essential oils in that blend. So with the crown, I love to use Elevation. Elevation is an essential oil that's great for bliss, transcendence. And then moving on to the third eye, Serenity is a great oil for perception, intuition, throat, whisper for communication, expression. Lavender, oregano, those are also all really good oils for your throat and for your expression. For your heart, Breathe is a really good oil for acceptance, compassion. For your solar plexus, Digesten for self-confidence, self-power. Then for your sacral, Citrus Bliss, creativity and healthy relationships. Then for your root chakra, Balance, because that's so grounding. It basically provides that stability and that grounding emotion. And that's where in your practice, you can ask people to either choose an area of focus that they're wanting to do, or you can go through each chakra step by step and go through that and provide them with the oils to support them through their practice. So in most of the other classes, I feature specific oils and go through each of the oils. So since this is a yoga focused class, I'm only going to feature a couple of the oils. So Balance, this is one that we've kind of talked about over and over again. This is where Balance is great for reducing stress and anxiety. It's great in a meditation practice. And this is where, as a yoga practitioner, you can also offer these in your studio for your customers and for your clients to basically be able to take these oils home with them. So they might be coming to you for yoga, but they're also able to continue to use these essential oils in their day-to-day practice and take them home and seek the benefits of it that way as well. With Adaptive, so this is not typically a yoga blend. However, I've been using it more and more in my yoga practice as well as day-to-day, where this is one where if you inhale it in, it helps soothe those anxious, sad, stressed, and overwhelmed feelings. So this is one where, again, you can basically add a drop to the palm of your hand, inhale it in, and it creates a beautiful environment. And then you can basically, this is one where it is great for chaotic environments, situations, anyone that has trouble kind of coping or anxiety, this is where it's great for that. doTERRA also has an app called Adaptive, where it has free meditations. It actually allows you to track your voice. So before you've actually taken a meditation, it will do a voice recording for you. So that way you can record your voice to basically say, okay, it'll give you a mantra or something to say, and it'll take a voice recording. And then after you've done the meditation and used your oils, it will then also take another recording to basically be able to qualitatively tell you and give you over a period of time how the oils and how meditation is actually helping you be able to cope with some of these overwhelming feelings, the stress, the sadness, the anxiety, some of the anxiousness. And this is something where, with everything that's going on in the world around us, Adaptive is definitely an oil that I highly recommend. It comes as a roller ball. It also comes as a supplement, so you can ingest it. And it also comes as just the straight essential oil. So you can basically just add that to your diffuser and directly use it that way. So just a little added bonus. I don't usually add in like DIY recipes into the class, but go ahead and take a screenshot of this or write this down. But this is kind of how you can use essential oils, because not only can we use it for our lifestyle, we can also use it for cleaning, because at the end of the day, after we're done our yoga practice, we need to clean our mats. And especially with everything, we want to make sure that our yoga studio, our yoga space is going to be clean, and we want to do it in a non-toxic, natural way. So one of the greatest things is super simple ingredients: a cup of water, either white vinegar or witch hazel. Lavender kind of creates that calming, soothing effect. Tea tree oil is a disinfectant and antibacterial essential oil. So having those two in. Wild orange is always nice depending on if you're looking to do like a mood boosting oil. So if you're wanting to do, you're getting your mats cleaned up and ready for the next day, wild orange is a great oil to add into the yoga mat spray, because it is also an antibacterial oil. It is helping to kind of clean toxins. And that's where, again, with your yoga mats, if you are doing a DIY spray, make sure you do a test patch, because not all mats are the same. Sometimes some of the mats will get damaged depending on the quality of the mats. I know, like for my mat, I have had my mats for 15 years and I still am using the same mats. Like I've bought quite a few of them before I came over, and I love them. I can basically toss them in the washing machine. They'll come out, hang dry them, and they're perfect. And they're amazing quality, naturally made, and they're perfect for that. So take a look at different yoga mats and try to keep it as natural as possible. So now to the more interactive area. I want to basically open it up to you, for you to tell me what are areas of your health that you're wanting to impact first. So whether it be in your yoga practice or whether it just be health concerns that you might have, let's talk about your top 3 health concerns. So I'll give you an example. So if you're wanting to feel less stressed, less tired, less pain, you're wanting to feel more energy, more happiness, and more fit. So either if you want to unmute yourselves, if you want to share, we can go over that now, or if you wanted to just text it to me, take a screenshot of this or write my phone number down or my email address, Zareen at Healing Oilistic, or the phone number is 93273-93282. Drop me what your top 3 are, and then we can have a private conversation afterwards, one-on-one, to kind of go over which essential oils might be best for you to get started with, because we've gone over a lot of oils and there are so many different options. So let's narrow it down to what will be more beneficial for you and what you can start using to basically make this into a lifestyle. If anyone wants to unmute themselves, I'll pause for a minute. So if anyone wants to give us an example or tell us what their top 3 might be.
Hi, Zareen.
Hi, Sohali.
Hi. So maybe, for pain during PMS, because I find my PMS typically goes on for about a week before my period actually starts. So for that week also, it's really difficult for me to get into any kind of yoga practice because of the lower back pain.
Okay, so doTERRA actually has the perfect blend for that. It's called Clary Calm, and it comes as like a 10 ml roller bottle. So that way you basically just rub it on your abdomen. You can use it throughout your period as well as you can use it throughout the whole month. So Clary Calm is a blend of essential oils where it has clary sage, it has some of the copaiba, it has some of the other oils in it to basically assist with pain management. And I have had people use it where they have basically been completely debilitated by the cramps or by the periods that they're having, and they have to basically either be hospitalized or take other pills in order to alleviate that pain or even just kind of survive through their periods. And they're like, I've been using the Clary Calm and it's phenomenal. So that's something that I would definitely highly recommend. So write that down. It's CLRARY and then Calm, CALM. That is a blend that you can basically use again before. So anytime that you feel that you're getting those cramps or you want some pain management, you can rub that topically over top of the area where the pain is. So you can use it across your back as well as across your abdomen and over your ovaries. And you can also continue to use that throughout the whole month because that will also help with hormone balancing and managing emotions as well. And that's where this is a great oil to have. I know I've even given it to younger children. So as soon as like they've gotten their first period, because sometimes like the first periods for teenagers are painful. They don't know what to do with them and it's something new for them. And this is something where you can carry it in your purse. It's discreet. People don't always know what it is. So you can easily just kind of take it out and roll it on. And it's there to basically soothe you. And within minutes, you'll be feeling the relief from it. So that would definitely be something that I would recommend for you to try. If you're finding that it is also hormonal balance issues that you're having, rose oil is really good to basically be applying throughout the whole, throughout your whole cycle, not just throughout your period time. Clary sage by itself is also a great oil to be having. And Whisper. Whisper was one of the oils that we had talked about a little bit earlier. That one is one of the more feminine oils. And that oil blend is actually created for specifically for women. And that has the fractionated coconut oil. It has patchouli, bergamot, sandalwood, rose, vanilla, jasmine, cinnamon, vetiver, and a few other ones. And that's kind of where that is specifically for women, their hormones, helping kind of balance them out. And that's where even women that have like thyroid issues, PMS, and menopause, they'll use like each of these oils. So your body will know what to do with the oil. So for example, Clary Calm, you can use it for your menstrual cycle, but people that are also going through menopause can use it to manage hot flashes and mood swings. And that's kind of where your body will know what to do with that essential oil, where the same essential oil can be used for multiple ailments. So that would be definitely where to start with.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Anyone else?
Hi, Zareen.
Hi.
Prachi here. Hi. Okay, so Zareen, I work with a lot of patients because I'm a restorative yoga teacher. So I work with a lot of one-to-one patients where I deal where they're dealing with anxiety, and I'm also into pain management. So what would you suggest then? Because there are a lot of these clients who would say they don't get sleep in the night, and that's why they come to me, obviously, to calm their mind and body, which obviously yoga does. But how do you think these oils will help them or
Okay.
add to my offering, rather, I would say?
So Aroma Touch is a great one. This is one where Aroma Touch will help them with any of those as they get older, as like even anytime you're having issues with kind of coping, anxiety, as well as your body is taking on that stress. Aroma Touch is great where they can even do like a self massage. So doTERRA also has like a specific kit for essential oils and the body system. So I'll connect with you afterwards as well, because they do have a whole symphony of the cells where they have different ones where they have also therapeutic touch, where even just by massaging on their hand, using Aroma Touch or using the different essential oils step by step, you're able to help alleviate them throughout different ailments. So that's kind of where different oils, depending on what they're seeking for, but anxiety, I would do like adaptive. Wild orange is a really good one for them to basically, wild orange can give energy, but also if you take it on your tongue before you go to sleep, it can help calm the mind. So that's kind of where it has two different benefits depending on how you take it. So I would recommend wild orange on the tongue before they go to sleep, either lavender oil or serenity. Serenity is a blend for different sleep oils. Lavender oil is a great one for helping kind of calm and restore them. And this is where they can also do like a self massage on the bottom of their feet, on their pillows. They can diffuse it before they go to bed. They can do it as like a spray, as like a linen spray to spray their bed sheets before, to kind of get them in that calm state before they get to sleep. And that's where I have actually been working with a mom who has a child on the spectrum, and she has been having issues sleeping, major anxiety, and she just messaged me actually this morning to let me know that last night was the first night her daughter slept from like 9:30 till 5:30
Wow.
without getting up, without having anxiety. And that just like, it just hits me in the heart. Like, it makes me so happy that they were able to do that. And basically they've just been using like lavender massage, vetiver, and kind of doing that massage in. So each patient or each client will be really different. So we can work through like each one different, but I would have like a recommendation of like maybe top oils to start with, and depending on how they work. Because for example, lavender, not everyone likes the smell of lavender, or sometimes lavender energizes people. So petite grain is like an alternative to lavender. Well, it still has like those linalool properties within lavender, but it has a completely different smell to it. So that's kind of where what one oil might work for someone else is going to be completely different for another person.
Yeah. One more question to add to this. And what about, I mean, I know you said they're all natural, and but what about if people are allergic to something? How would we know that? I mean, how does it work? You know, like a skin allergy or something. Are they safe enough? I just wanted to understand that.
So for allergies, one thing that I have noticed with one of the rubs, the Deep Blue rub, there is a rub as well as an essential oil. People that have nut allergies sometimes are having a reaction to the cream, like the lotion that's there. So what we do is typically with like the essential oils, a lot of people won't have allergies to them because there isn't anything, they're all completely plant-based. So unless they're allergic to a specific plant or anything, you won't know. But what I recommend is for people that might have sensitive skin or anything, always do a test patch. So either like on the inside of their elbow, on their wrist area, behind like their ear a little bit. And if anyone is more sensitive, always dilute it more. So always like dilute it in a carrier oil, and then start with less. So start with 1 drop in like a tablespoon of carrier oil. And then if they're okay with it, or they're not getting the effect as much as they'd like, you can then add another drop and add another drop. So that's kind of where, depending on their sensitivity and their skin type, you can change it.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. We'll take one more if anyone else wants to talk about their top 3, and then we will continue on to the next offering.
Hey, Sarin.
Hi, Sanjana.
Yeah, I have a concern. Like sometimes my skin breaks out. Okay, like is there any solution for that? Any oil particularly which I can use?
Okay.
Yes.
So for breaking out, is it on your face mostly, or is it your full body, or is it at a certain time of the month or anything, or do you know when or why it is caused?
It's mostly on my face, and it's kind of rare. It's not always, but I kind of have like these what is it called? Like these deep skin acnes.
Okay.
So they take a long time to disappear. I usually use like aloe vera gel or something like that, some natural remedy, and like it's maybe once in a month or twice in a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for spot treatment, there is like a blend called HD Clear, which is specifically for acne, which has like some tea tree in it. It has like sandalwood, so it has lavender. It also has calming oils. So that is like, it comes as a roll on again, so that after you've washed your face, you can roll it on. But if you're finding that it's also just like maybe once a month, what I would probably recommend is just even tea tree oil, like using it neat. So just putting a drop on your hand and just spotting it on. So any spot areas that you're having, you can use that to directly treat it at that time. And then in order to kind of get out like the deep skin acne and some of the scarring that might be there, Immortelle is one of the best blends that is there, which is basically to kind of help remove like the scarring, the redness, the anger, like kind of heal the skin and kind of build that collagen and build the skin back up. And so Immortelle has sandalwood, rose, um, frankincense. It has like a lot of the healing and the calming oils, and that is a 10 ml roll on as well. So that is something that you can definitely use for kind of every day before you go to bed, or every day after you wash your face in the morning. And that's where, when you use fractionated coconut oil, to be using it as a carrier oil, which is what all the doTERRA ones use, it doesn't leave a greasy feel and it doesn't leave a greasy texture. Because I know I've had people that are like, oh, well, I don't like the smell of coconut oil, as well as when I use coconut oil on my face, it always makes it kind of like greasy and that shine to it. Whereas a fractionated coconut oil doesn't do that. So that's kind of where you can use that. Frankincense just by itself is also really good. I know I use that for like my son, who injures himself all the time and has like other scars everywhere. So that frankincense kind of helps take out the redness. And that's where using the essential oils, I know my mom had given me like a scar cream that you basically purchase either with like a prescription or you can get over the counter. And that's where using the essential oils, I found the scar cream actually made it more angry and redder. Whereas when I started putting on frankincense, I could instantly tell the difference. And within like a month, it went away because it was a deep gouge. So that's kind of where you can use the essential oils to help balance and repair the skin as well.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So for anyone else that wants to go over their top 3, send me a message or send me an email and we can do a follow-up call afterwards to go over your individual concerns. So now I'm going to talk to you about 3 ways that you can actually purchase the oils. So the first way is retail, which is the most expensive, and typically only buy retail in like a spa or like a yoga studio or something that you might be offering. However, right now with the Indian market, India is not an official open market for doTERRA. So they will be opening a warehouse in India in early 2021. So it is coming soon, where everything will be locally shipped from India, as well as at that point in time, once it does open, your studios and spaces will have the option to basically be retailing these products as well. So for right now, what everyone needs to do is to start with a wholesale membership. So this is similar to getting like an Amazon Prime membership, where instead of getting the free shipping, you're basically getting 25% discount on all of the essential oils and all of the products. So that's where you have your wholesale membership. If you're looking to do wholesale membership, where you're also getting points for free products that you can use towards future purchases, is with your wholesale membership, you can sign up for a loyalty rewards program. So with your loyalty rewards program, you're basically putting in an order every month. It doesn't have to be the same order and it doesn't have to be the same quantity, but you're basically purchasing something every month that allows you to then continue to earn points. So you start with 10% points and you earn up to 30% points. So after about a year, you get up to 30% points back. So that means like for every 100 rupees you're spending, you get 30 rupees back to use towards free products. There aren't a lot of companies that do that. And that's where it's definitely an incentive to be setting up your LRP. And that's where once you get started, either Mary or I can go through this and help you and guide you along this journey. So I'm going to share some of the different kits that are available. So for right now, everything is shipped from the US warehouse. So I will assist with basically shipping everything over and guiding you on that process. but this is one of the most popular kits for people that are starting to get started, either in a salon or in a spa or in a yoga studio environment, where it has the most common essential oils, and it also gives you a variety of the different products. So it has like the hand cream, the deep blue, the deodorant, the shampoos, conditioners, the probiotics, the supplements, the diffuser, hand soaps, toothpaste. And that's kind of, and then it also comes with a beautiful box to store your oils in. So that's where that one is a good one. That one is called the Natural Solutions Kit. Then you have the Healthy Essentials Kit. So this is your top 10 oils. And this is a new kit that just came out this year where they added in the adaptive blend. So you'll see that this one doesn't have frankincense in it, but it does have adaptive and copaiba. So for pain management, copaiba is really good. Adaptive is really good for stress, and it also comes with a diffuser. Then the next one is the Healthy Start Kit. So this one is all 5 ml bottles. So this one is a slightly cheaper version, but you'll note that it only comes with 5 ml bottles. So if you're going to be using these oils regularly, I definitely recommend invest a little bit more, because it's not 3 times the price to get 3 times the quantity of the oils. So for example, in a 5 ml bottle, you get about 83 or 87 drops of essential oil. And in a 15 ml bottle, you get about 280 drops. So it's definitely worth it to make that investment to get more drops in the bottle, as well as get a kit that has like a diffuser in it. So that way you can use it in your space and in your studio. One of the ones that I typically recommend, and is probably the most common one, is if you're not wanting to spend a lot, or if you're not sure which oils you might like, is to start with this Simple Solutions Kit, which includes your enrollment fee, which is usually the best way to go. Is instead of purchasing your enrollment fee to get that wholesale 25% discount, why not get it included into a solutions kit, as well as you get equivalent oils and a product for free. So you have your Deep Blue Rub, and then you have Lemon, On Guard, Serenity. So Deep Blue Rub is great. Anyone that has arthritis, aches, pains after your gym, if you stretch too much, if you're looking to get a deeper stretch, it's great to kind of either rub on before or after a workout, or if anyone is having arthritis or any therapeutic issues, they can use that as well. Lemon, great oil to be adding to your water. It is also a favorite one that I use to basically wash fruits and vegetables with. Instead of buying like a fruit and vegetable spray, this is great to basically just chop up all your vegetables, or once you've got them in from the grocery store, just dump in all your fruit into a glass bowl, fill it up with water, add in a couple of drops of lemon essential oil, let it soak for about 10 minutes, and then rinse them out afterwards. And that's the perfect way. So lemon is an oil that we definitely go through a lot in our home. The next one, On Guard. On Guard is a great immunity support. And this is where we use this regularly, especially in our homes now, where we're diffusing this. And this is a great one to diffuse, as well as if anyone has fevers, coughs, or is starting to kind of get that achy feeling of a cold coming on. This is a great one where you can rub it on the bottom of your feet, on your chest, on behind your ears, or also add a drop onto your tongue. And this is great to support you that way, where I use this for my kids all the time. If they ever have a fever or anything, I will put a drop on the bottom of their feet with some coconut oil, mix that in, and by the next day, their fever is gone. And it's something that's completely natural. And On Guard is a blend of clove, citrus, cinnamon, and a few other oils that are so beautiful and warming for yourself. Then Serenity. Serenity is a great one. So lavender is there for sleep. Serenity is also another blend which is good for sleep, and that has some lavender in it, and it has some other linalool high properties and essential oils in it as well. And that's great to, again, diffuse or rub on, or do like even like a little head massage to basically support you. And then what I recommend then is to basically, with that kit, add on other oils. So you'll see in the top right, there's the yoga kit. So you can then add on that yoga kit onto it. Or if you're wanting copaiba or frankincense, this is the perfect way to basically start with a Simple Solutions kit, start with these 3 oils and rub, and then kind of add on to the order with other oils that you're looking for. So again, the perks of wholesale is you're getting the 25% off retail. You would then have the optional loyalty rewards program where you would basically get your product points and free products. Then from there, you get 10 to 30% off in rewards. And then you also earn back whatever shipping cost you pay. You also earn that back in rewards points. And if you order an order of over 125 product volume before the 15th of each month, you get a free product of the month. And each month it is different. So that's kind of where it is amazing to basically allow you to try different oils that you might not have tried before, or to use different essential oils that you might not be wanting to purchase, where you can get them for free. And that's where putting in that order before the 15th is a great way to take advantage of that, as well as doTERRA has different essential oils on sale every month. So for example, this month Intune is on sale, which is a rollerball. They have some of the children's blends, Thinker, and those are really good. So definitely go ahead and take a look at the website and kind of see what the offerings are for this month before you do put in your order, so that way you can take full advantage of everything that is available. So again, if you're not sure of which kit to start with or which oils you want to start with, text me, email me, contact me from that. And then once you have started, we basically don't just leave you there with your oils. We give you all the different resources. So these are all the different resources that are available to you. We give you an essential oil A to Z guide, so like a reference guide, recipe guides, how to use your oils for cleaning your home, how to do a healthy habits course, how to integrate some of the essential oils into your life and into your lifestyle. So that's kind of where we add you to all these other groups for you to basically take advantage, to ensure that you are using your oils and you're using them in the best way possible. So the last thing that I want to offer you is to be able to share the essential oils. So I'm sure as you've been going through this class, there's typically 3 types of people. There's one where you want to live the wellness lifestyle. So you want to keep these oils for yourself. The second one is you want to share the essential oils. So maybe throughout the presentation, you were thinking, oh, this oil would be really good for one of my clients or one of my customers, or for my sister, or for my brother. That's where you can share these essential oils and get your products paid for. The third way is to actually build an income and make an impact and change people's lives. And that's where we will guide you through that whole journey and through that whole process to be able to do that, if that's something that you're interested in. And that's something that you don't need to start with from day one. You can use these oils, start believing your trust in these oils, build your belief in them, share them, and then eventually, if you wanted to turn it into an income because of the fact that you might be having a studio, or because of the fact that you want to share these oils with other people, this is where you can then choose that third option to build an income and make a direct impact in people's lives. So with the joy of sharing essential oils, why doTERRA and why now? So doTERRA is the largest essential oil company in the world. It's used by doctors and hospitals. It's the most tested and trusted. It is ethically and sustainably sourced. And that's one of the key things that I always look for in companies that I work with or that I use, is that they are ethically and sustainably sourced. They do have over 120 plus markets open. So for example, if you say, I have friends or I have family abroad in Australia or in the UK or in Canada or the US, there are doTERRA warehouses already open there that you can basically set them up with, where you won't be shipping them any products. They will basically be signing up with an account through you, and they'll have their products directly shipped from that local warehouse directly to them. And it's a great way to basically be sharing these oils, not just within India, but worldwide as well. And that's where with doTERRA, they have 65% of their customers are only wholesale customers, so only end users that are wanting to use these oils and not wanting to do the business side of it. And the other 35% would be like yoga practitioners, chiropractors, physiotherapists, doctors, moms, anyone that is looking to share these oils, educate others about the oils and use them and be able to earn an income off of them. The other thing is that's important to me is also doTERRA is a debt-free company. So they are privately owned, but they have no outside funding. So in this day and age, being debt-free is huge. So some of the questions that you might have is, how do I make money? How much time is involved? Could it work for me? And what the next step is. So in order to actually make money, you have to sample, teach, enroll, and support. And this is something that we can guide you with throughout this whole journey. We're not just going to set you up and leave you there to fail. We will basically be walking through it and partnering in this journey together. So looking at this chart, this is basically just a chart of the income potential. So this is all in US dollars that you would be earning. So the first rank would be to elite. And that usually takes about 3 months. And that's where you're earning about $365 a month. And that could be either money going towards your rent, money going towards investing for your children, or it could be having an extra date night with your partner, or being able to have an extra spa day, or investing in something, or splurging in something for yourself. So how each person uses these oils and uses their income is completely different. So just to kind of put it into perspective for how much time is involved, if you're wanting to use your oils and get them paid for, the typical time investment would be about 3 to 5 hours per week. If you're looking to supplement your income, 5 to 15 hours per week. If you're wanting to completely replace your income, would be 15 to 30 hours per week. And that's kind of where it could just start out with, okay, I'm going to just watch one less Netflix show this week and use that to basically invest in myself and start earning a residual income. And that's where you don't have to start out with just jumping in completely. You can start out slow and go and ease into it. So I want you to think about if this could work for you. So are you passionate about oils? Do you love people? Can you follow a system and get things done? So that's where, take the time, think about this. This is an option that's always available to you, even if you start with a wholesale account or if you start with a wellness account. There is no pressure to do the business. And even once you've decided to do the business, there is no pressure to fully succeed. It is all within your hands. So the next step would be, if you have a wholesale account, you would upgrade it and set up 100 PV LRP. If you don't, you would basically choose a kit and set up your LRP, then reach out for help. So we will basically plug you into all the resources, all the trainings. Depending on how much time investment you're wanting to do, we'll plug you into everything that will be there to help you. And then start making a list of who you want to sample and who you want to start reaching out to that you think can benefit these essential oils. So just to kind of close off the session today, the only thing keeping you from what you want is your story about why you can't have it. So I want to thank each of you for attending the class. We'll open it up to questions now. If anyone has any questions, or if anyone has any information that they want to share, please do. We'll open the call up to that now.
So I just wanted to say that the reason that we decided to start doing this is because I mean, whoever knows me knows that I've dealt with cancer on a very deep level in my family, and I basically use I've researched and used essential oils for the last 4 or 5 years, basically for everything. It's my medicine. It's what we use to clean up floors. It's what we use to, it's everywhere in our lives. We do not use medicines or tablets or anything like that. And we've managed to shift our whole lives to we've shifted our whole lives to basically using essential oils in every kind of sphere in our environment, in our homes, everywhere. and it's huge. It's like Zareen said, using the frankincense under the feet. It's been like massive changes. So even if you're feeling a cold coming on, today my vitamin water had I think the tangerine oil in it, and yeah, it just helps you up everything. And the reason why I wanted to do the yoga professional class is that whenever I go abroad and do yoga classes, I've done yoga all my life. It's always been such a big part of a yoga class. It's been such a big part of healing in spiritually or in our spiritual classes. But in India, it's kind of never been really a big part of it. And I think one of the reasons is again because of the quality. The quality is extremely important, because these things these like a drop of essential oil is probably like orange essential oil probably be like 30 oranges or something,
Yeah.
the
Around.
potency.
Yeah.
And then if it's extracted wrong, and like basically there are no extraction processes and standards and guidelines. So if it's extracted wrong, if it's diluted, so you see the cheaper essential oils that you don't have to mix carrier oils with, and you don't know where it's been extracted from. They can start doing damage to your body more than anything else, because your skin is your largest organ, or if you definitely can't ingest them, right? So it's really important to understand. I mean, like the reason why I did this is because doTERRA is one of the companies that I really love the effects of it and the potency of it, how useful it is in your lives. I mean, since I don't buy medicines and I don't buy so many other supplements, it's not expensive for me to buy, because this is what I've been using them for years, and still the bottles aren't getting over, you know. So yeah, I just wanted to put that in.
Thank you.
Does anyone have questions, or anybody wants to go further with this? We can do one-on-one sessions, and we can, we'll be doing a lot about essential oils this year and putting them into our recipes, putting them into our practices. I use it in my practice. So if anyone has any questions, please let us know, and we can always do, and even if you want to sign up, if you want help signing up, please feel free to contact us.
Okay, thank you, everyone. You have all of our contact details.
Yes.
So what we'll do is we'll send a follow-up email to everyone that's attended, and we'll leave both of our contact details below so you can reach out to either of us. And we hope to see you soon.
Yes. Thank
See
you,
you.
Zareen. Thank you, Marie.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.